So Cordell Volson might get another chance, which I'm actually kind of low-key excited for. Low-key here, okay? The reason why is because I truly do believe Frank Pollock failed Cordell Volson. And I think Frank Pollock, without Frank Pollock and a real offensive line coach, we would have been able to be very successful with, or maybe not very successful with Cordell Volson. He would have been a lot more successful, I feel like. So I'm excited to see what Cordell Volson could become. That's what I'll say about the situation. So talking about Frank Pollock, I'm talking about our new offensive line coach, Scott Peters. He said things aren't that cut and dry with Cordell Volson. He said he's physical. He's got the length. I think just helping him find ways to utilize his tools better is one of the areas of improvement. And you can do that through drilling and kind of emphasize on certain things where we think we can help him. But I think there are some things where hand placement was something that was difficult. Some of the set angles and just having the ability to capture cloth with his hands, it's something that we put big premium on. I've never heard Frank Pollock say that in my life. Like, not a single word. I just read it out loud. I love Scott Peters. Scott Peters is about to turn Cordell Volson into like a solid right guard, or not solid left guard actually, and then we're gonna end up trading him for like a 4th round pick because Duke Tobin loves his draft picks. Which, to be honest, if we could somehow finesse a Cordell Volson for a 4th, oh lord, that would be the greatest trade of all time. Yeah, like right now, Cordell Volson, I think, has little to no value if we did trade him. There isn't really much there. But, hey, listen. If Scott Peters can take this, very interesting old clay and turn it and mold it into something good, I'm all for it. I am all for it. And this is why we hired you, buddy. That's why we hired you, Scott Peters, to go out there and fix what we couldn't fix with Frank Pollock. So at this point, and this goes across the board for a lot of positions, a lot of players, nobody is he's a bust yet. Because we got a new defense coordinator, because we got a new defensive line coach, linebacker coach, and obviously now offensive line coach. 2 offensive line, 1 assistant, 1 offensive line coach. Because we got new guys now, no one's a bust yet. Because I want to see what they can do under new leadership. So I'm holding out my ideas. I'm holding out my judgment until I see what can become under Scott Peters. So I would normally say, yeah, Cordell Volson is a trash can. I've called him many times a drive-through worker at McDonald's. But I'm going to hold out hope because I have a lot of faith in Scott Peters here. So while I'm not saying 100% he's going to make, a beautiful sculpture out of a broken down clay sculpture, I think he could figure something out. And I'm going to, keep a positive, optimistic point of view. So I still will say, and I think this is very important as well, while yes, I have that opinion, that does not mean we do our typical crap. And this is what we always do, and it's really frustrating and annoying, is we say, well, because we think we can do this, let's just go into the season and try to go all in with that idea. Like, the mentality, put all your eggs in the same basket, is literally the Bengals motto. Like, that's what the Bengals do so many friggin' times, and it's so annoying. Is they put all their eggs in the same basket, You know, they go into a season with an idea in their head of, we think this could work. You know, they don't know it's going to work. They just, well, there's a good chance, not even a good chance. There's a chance this could work, and we're going to go all in. Jonah Williams at right tackle. There was no plan B. Jackson Carman was kind of the plan B, but when that failed, they said, all right, fluff it, full send it. Full send that idea. None. No concept of, well, what if it fails? Like, one thing I learned about the Bengals front office, they don't understand the mentality or the idea of a plan B. They have plan A, and dang, that was a good plan A. That's their two mentalities when it comes to ideas they have. Plan A and dang, I wish plan A would have worked. Let's come to them. So what's plan B? Plan B was to double down on plan A. Plan C is to triple down on plan A. And D, well, we'll blame somebody. Accountability. Guys, make sure when you're eating your breakfast, you got some accountability. What did that mean? They don't know. They don't know. All I know is I keep hearing Zach Taylor say accountability in every single press conference. The man does not take accountability. He does not take accountability. I love Zach. I love him so much. I like to razz on him just cause, but I do love Zach. I think I'm like the only Bengals YouTuber who has been very proactive of not firing Zach Taylor. And I'll keep to that mentality. I still think we shouldn't fire him, but I am like probably the only one who has been very proactive on keeping him as, well, not maybe keeping him as head coach. I still think we should give him an advisor role and get a new head coach in here. I think about promoting, not firing. See, this is how the corporate world works. You don't get fired, you get promoted. And then eventually you get promoted to be the janitor. Imagine going to Paycor Stadium and seeing Zach Taylor as your janitor. Beautiful. Anyway, but I like to razzle him a lot. But at the end of the day, man, accountability is like the not Dark Vader, Lordy. Completely different franchise. It's like the Voldemort. Okay, I can't say that one. Harry Potter. It's like, that's like saying his name. Accountability. It's like, no one wants to do it. No one wants to say it. But then whenever someone's pressured and someone's looking for the Sorcerer's Stone, that's when they say it. You need to find the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry. You're a wizard. There's Voldemort. There's the accountability.